So hey there. So I've made these crispy potato pavers before as side dishes or even snacks for myself. Late night though, I got the idea of trying something totally different and maybe stuffing them with different ingredients and see if it worked. So I grated some cheese, put together some sour cream and bacon. I even made an avocado dip just by adding avocados and sour cream together. Now, normally, when you make these, you're just going to take a russet potato because russet potatoes have a lot of starch, and that will keep the potato slices together when you fry them. So I'm just taking various things and trying them out here. One of the greatest things about cooking is that it's a lot of experimentation, and sometimes those experiments really do work out. Now, you can use whatever type of oil you like. I used peanut oil, whatever is healthy as far as frying goes. I mean, frying food is, it is what it is, but it's very tasty. Now, obviously, I made a little bit much here for just an experiment. But I say, as experiments go, this worked out pretty well. So like I say, using a mandolin, very carefully slice your potatoes into long slices, and you're going to stack those up to basically form a brick. You're going to cut off and trim the edges. Go ahead and save those edges though for something like hash browns in the morning. Sounds good. From a large potato like this, you could get usually 2 pavers from each. So resist the urge to wash your potatoes or put them in a bowl of water because you'll wash off all that starch, and you need that starch to hold the potatoes together. You have plenty of time while working with this to get them finished before they turn brown. So for the experiment, what I needed to do is make them as I would normally make them, and then cut a hole into the middle, still leaving the bottom 2 slices and the top 2 slices to cover the stuffing. Now, once you get started, you have about 45 minutes of time before the potatoes will start to turn brown. So no need to rush, but also plan out how you're going to do this all in one go. So using a sharp knife, I just cut out the middle portion. I had a little brown spot there on this one potato, but I cut most of it out anyway. So stuffed it with bacon and cheese because, who doesn't love bacon and cheese in their potatoes? Now, you don't have to go through all the trouble. You could just serve them up with a side of ketchup and call it a night. But I figure, well, why not have something that just basically has a surprise in the middle when you go in to bite it? So as you can see on this one here, I've cut out the middle and I'm just putting it back together, forming a nice little hole for the stuffing. And in this case, I think I'm going to use the sour cream bacon to stuff the middle of it and see how this one turns out. All right, now that these are done, let's go ahead and take them to the oil. Heating up the oil to 350 degrees, we're just going to place the potato squares into the oil very carefully. You want them to cook for at least 6 minutes, that way it gets all the way through the interior, turning the outside nice and crispy brown. Stir and flip them every once in a while to make sure they don't cook on one side too long and that they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. Once they're ready, take them out and put them on a plate with paper towel to drain the excess oil off. And while they're still hot, hit them with a little bit of salt, either kosher or rock salt, whatever your favorite is. I've had these with ketchup. I've had them with gravy. I also like this avocado and sour cream. It really gives a nice unctuous flavor to it. So let's test it out and see what happens here. Hey, what do you know? It worked. Not too bad. So, there you go. Potato pavers, stuffed or not stuffed, are a nice little side dish for anything or even a midnight snack. So until the next time, I'll see you in the kitchen.